This is actually 3 steel ingot. This is our kind of band-aid to our actual good skyscraper, but this is going to be fine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go boom. Yo, what the fuck happened to my conveyor splitter? What the hell? There we go. What the hell? What the helly? Anyway, are you going to do the other book club thing, or did you forget again? Oh, I was saying we should do the other book club thing. We should definitely do the other book club thing. We should chat after stream, Carly, or either after stream or tomorrow or something like that. About potentially getting that in the works for before we're done with this one. This might be horseshoe theory. A whole minute in the microwave to make a kind of sundae does actually sound interesting. What does horseshoe theory mean in this context? I don't know what that means. So what we're doing here is we're going here. Great. We're going here. Up. Okay, so steel ingots are in. These steel ingots are going to be used to make steel fucking pipe. Fucking pipe. Not steel pipe, but steel fucking pipe. Jesus Christ. Horseshoe theory is like a bad idea becomes good as you take it even further from the baseline good idea. Okay. Okay, interesting. Can I ask where the name comes from? So the steel pipe that we want is also concrete, right? So it is concrete for molded. It's done in a foundry. Steel pipe, concrete molded. Yeah. Okay. So foundry. That one's facing the wrong way. Oh no, that one is too. Shit. Also, we're going to learn our lesson. We're going to make molded steel pipe. Grab it with middle mouse button. So at 50 per minute, that's like 300, 600... 400 right there. Something like that. In popular discourse, the horseshoe theory... Interesting. Okay. Two ends of a spectrum sometimes are more similar to each other than the middle, instead of a straight line. Okay, so I've heard of this. So horseshoe theory is like Overton Window's cousin. If I want something warm to go with my ice cream, I'm either using coffee, hot fudge, or a brownie. Llamas, brownie, and ice cream is fucking amazing. Could not agree with you more. I think hot brownie, cold ice cream is one of the greatest improvements you can make to ice cream. It's one of the only improvements you can make to ice cream. Bye, Mars. Thanks for being here. Or a skillet cookie. Skillet cookie is also good. It's also good. I think there's something to the... So hear me out. So Tony's sitting here claiming, like a blasphemer, that skillet chocolate chip cookie is better than a brownie in these situations. I'm here to agree with you that skillet cookie and ice cream is very good. However, I do think that the thing you gain from brownie and ice cream is different than the thing you gain from skillet cookie and ice cream. I think one of the big wins of brownie and ice cream that they both get is the hard edge of a piece of brownie or a skillet cookie and the soft center. So you have a spectrum of hard to soft. That's both of them get that. You also get the warmth of a hot brownie or a hot skillet cookie and the coldness of the ice cream together. It's magic. Brownies have too much chocolate sometimes. Cookie is tastier. See, this is where we disagree. The main victory of the brownie over the cookie is vanilla ice cream, chocolate brownie is a lethal 1-2 combo in terms of taste. The cream of vanilla ice cream perfectly tones down the too chocolatiness of the chocolate brownie. The chocolate of the brownie perfectly ramps up the boringness of the vanilla ice cream. It's a match. It's like a match made in heaven. I think it's the definition of those two words. Now, that's just a taste thing. But to me, with a skillet cookie, what you get is you get like a confounding variable, which is that cookies are great in and of themselves. Cookies and ice cream to me are not like plain cookie, not the chocolate of the chocolate chip cookie or whatever, but the cookie part of the cookie and ice cream are not particularly complimentary to me. They're fine. When I choose desserts, I like non-chocolatey things more. Yeah. Like brookies. Now, what's a brookie? Add a bit of espresso in that brownie. I will say, coffee and ice cream, very good. Very good. But I do think the thing about about brownies and ice cream together is the flavor is the key. I think the other stuff is great. The hard soft, the warm cold, that's all great. God, you guys are making me fucking hungry again. God damn it. I'd murder an affogato right now. I'm calling the police. What's an affogato, chat? Avogadro's number? That thing I studied in chemistry? An espresso poured over vanilla ice cream. So, can I be honest with you guys right now? As if the problem of this stream is that I was not honest enough. You know? As if the problem of this stream is that I held back some opinions. You know? What's that? No! What is that? What is that? What is that? 18 minutes for power? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Okay, we gotta... oh, boy. Everybody freaking pause. I know I don't remember what I was about to say. Everybody pause. I'm about to lose power. This is an enormous problem. This is an enormous problem. We have to immediately go check on a uranium fuel rod situation. And then we have to check on our nuclear plants. This is fucking bad. That was the scariest noise in this game. Uranium fuel rods. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You're waiting on electromagnetic rods? Okay, I've got a couple in my inventory. Electromagnetic rods are the problem, not... Oh, shit, we should have checked this forever ago. Not the encased uranium cells. Okay. Electromagnetic rods are here. Electro control rods is what they're called. Okay, you're... Oh, no, you're based on AI limiters. Oh, no. Oh, that's a problem. Our entire factory is fucked. Our entire factory is fucked. That is not an exaggeration. Where the fuck are the AI limiters? Oh, boy. Now the cascading issues begin. Now we watch what is called a brownout. Now it's brownout time. Is this AI limiters? It is. Why aren't you making more? Go crazy. Go nuts. Go stupid. This is our whole production right here. Oh, fucking boy. We've got one machine fueling our entire power system. We have 22 minutes until it's all over. What can I do? These take 10 to make, right? I mean, we should shut off our particle accelerators, that's for sure. These take 10 to make. Okay. This is a big problem. This is a huge problem. This is a big problem. How quickly can I make the... Can I add AI limiters to my factory? Probably. But I don't know that I can do it in 15 minutes. And get it delivered up here to make more nuclear fuel rods to send it to the nuclear pumps. This is so bad. We're going to unplug the particle accelerators because that may buy us around 3,000 megawatts. Or, sorry, about 2,000 megawatts of power. And then... I'll have to remember to come back and plug them in another time. They're not running anyways, but it's okay. I think they do drain power just sitting there. They maybe do. Oh boy. So we need, how much more power do we need? We're producing 15. We need 18. Fucking yikes. We were already maxed out on one of those machines. I'm so confused about what happened, not gonna lie. I got an alert in the upper left-hand corner of my screen that said one of your power drainage things is one of your things is draining power. So basically, we make an item down here in one machine on the side of our factory that is needed to make all of the fuel in our entire factory, all of our nuclear power plants. And those don't get made fast enough. And because of that, we aren't making fuel for our nuclear power plants. And because of that, we don't have power. We have batteries that are currently covering the gap. Yellow is how much power we're using. Gray is how much power we're making. We're using more than we're making. We have batteries that give us 20 minutes until empty. Meaning at that point, we're completely out of everything. So we need to make AI limiters right now. And we need to make a bunch of them. To do that, we need copper sheets, which is just plain copper, and quick wire, which is Caterium. Caterium is very easy to shove in, so let's just go ahead and do that. We can make quick wire on one floor and then just raise it up to the next one. All the old eggs in one basket trick. We technically have other types of power. So it's not all eggs in one basket, but... And the worst part is this AI limiter problem has been a problem for forever. So we should have known that the AI limiter problem would eventually come back to bite us in the ass. So this is Caterium. Basically, the next 20 minutes just went from us having a bunch of fun conversations about bullshit to Ryan building the fastest he's ever built to try and... solve this problem before everything goes wrong. I don't need to worry about making this nice, but I am. Wish me luck. Mods, you want to run a prediction? Okay, so here we need to make quick wire, and we need to make it quick. The good news about quick wire is I'm pretty sure it's just deuterium in an assembler and a constructor, even better. So that just goes there. I think what we will do here is just make a couple. Focus on getting up and running and making it beautiful later. How should I phrase it? Does Ryan's factory heat power? Ooh. Do you hear that sound? That's not good. I would say something like that. I don't know that that's technically the best way to phrase it. I've got a master's degree in creative writing, and that's the best I could do. I guess the, like... Yeah. Thank you, Carly. The other way to phrase it would be like, does my factory shut down from lack of power? But I think that's basically the same thing, so. Too late, it's done. That's what we meant. Thank you, Carly. Too late, it's done. Oh, sevens. Can't wait to see how people predict on this. People believe, right? People believe. Believe, goddammit. Honestly, I am getting a little bit faster at this, so I think we may have a chance. Okay, that's our quick wire. Make no power. I never connected this. I only voted disbelief for the odds. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, now it's 50-50, Bobby. So how you feel now? How you feeling now? What were we talking about right before this? Remember the good old days when we would just talk about how brownies are delicious? Back before everything went to shit? Avogadro's number. Affogatos. What is an affogato? I'm sorry, I completely missed it. What is an affogato? Remember when you said you love drinking piss? I didn't say it that way. I said something similar, but not exactly. All that good. It's espresso poured over ice cream. That's right. Okay, I remember exactly where we were. Can I be honest with you guys? I don't know that I have ever had or really even know what espresso is. I believe it is like... Let me explain. I believe it is like concentrated caffeine. I think it probably tastes like coffee, but concentrated. But I don't know, Ryan. I don't like. I think I've had drinks that have had espresso in it, but I don't know what it looks like or works like or how it. I don't know that I know what it is. Like if you say pour espresso over coffee or over ice cream, I don't know what that means, really. I'm imagining like a dark liquid, probably, that tastes like coffee. I heard that I missed a wild take while I was swimming. Probably. I don't remember exactly which one it would have been. My best understanding is that it is defined by its brewing method. Small amount of coffee, ground very finely, brewed under high pressure. Okay, that much I get from my understanding is similar from context clues, but I don't. Just coffee squared. Okay, but like, what does it taste like? Is it just like? What does it look like, and what does it taste like? Is it just like motor oil coffee, like super thick? That's what I mean by motor oil. Is that the vibe, or is it more strong dark coffee? Sure. I've just never, like, it tastes like coffee. Espresso is the one where you, like, tamp down the little thing, right? Like, you tamp it down before you brew it. I've seen it. I've seen it made on TV. The only thing I'm struggling with is basically imagining putting it on coffee. Just because I don't know that I've ever, like, held espresso in my hand. I can imagine the taste. I can imagine the look, probably, but that's just the full story is I just don't. Anytime anyone uses the word espresso, I nod and agree, and then I'm like, I don't exactly know what that would be like, though. You know? That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. Ryan, I have an idea. What's that? That's ugly as shit. I don't care if my factor goes out. I can't have it looking like that. Megan and I did just get a new coffee pot because our old one broke. Our new coffee pot does not do espresso. I know that much. But it does have a frother. And I am kind of interested in making something that uses a frother just to see what it works like, you know? I've never used a frother before. Should have an espresso shot right before you start stream. Tell us what you think. Do people drink the shots? This is related to my question, is that I think I need copper sheets for this, not copper ingots. So technically what I should do here is just take... My understanding... Fuck it, I guess I can just take this. We're not going to use that anymore. My understanding with espresso is just that you add it to your drinks. Some take shots of espresso. As a person who can barely finish my lightly caffeinated coffee in the morning, can Ryan get any more anxious? Exactly. Tony, exactly. Truly one of the keys of my life in terms of... fuck, I built this the wrong place. Fuck. Oh, boy. How much time do we got left? What's the time? I don't know. Let me power this shit up. I need to make copper sheets, and I kind of fucked it. It's not right. $15 minutes still? We have time. We have time. We have time. We can do this. Truly one of the biggest keys for me being less anxious a little bit later in my life is lowering my caffeine intake. I used to just drink coffee too often. Okay. So we're gonna have to fucking. Do I tear it down? I don't think I have time to tear it down. You can do decaf espresso. Some people call it heretical. You can go for flavor without caffeine. Why would you though, right? Isn't espresso just like way too strong coffee that you're putting up with for the caffeine benefits? Makes 25 copper sheet per minute. So all we really need is like one machine making a fuck ton of copper sheet. As long as it goes really fast. It does not go really fast. Oh no. Okay, well, never mind. Do we completely break the game in order to make this work? Like, break our factory to make it work? We could. What if we put copper sheet up here? You go in. You do not go in. This is wrong. Oh. Some people have heart conditions but still like coffee. But is there, and I'm not saying people shouldn't do this. I'm saying, wouldn't the call for, like, if you wanted coffee, right? Oh no, did I put this in the wrong place? If you wanted something that tasted like coffee without the effects of coffee, why would you drink decaf espresso rather than just decaf coffee? Does that make sense? Just because of the, like, because it's a different beverage. Sorry, when I say why, what I'm saying is, what I'm actually saying is, my dumb understanding of espresso was that it was barely a drink, more so an additive. But you're saying people drink it as a drink sometimes. People just drink it as a drink sometimes. That's crazy. That's interesting. Go here and then chuck it over here. So this will be the input. And this will be the output. I do know, I think somebody typed this in chat already, but what's an Americano? Is an Americano just espresso diluted with water, basically? I have had an Americano before. So I guess in a way, I guess I've kind of had espresso. Is that what an Americano is? I think that's correct. That's exactly it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've had an Americano. I've had a couple Americanos before. When I was like 19 and traveling abroad and trying to order coffee at like 6 in the morning at a Dutch or a Parisian pastry place. And you walk in and there's a whole menu of shit that don't make no sense to you and you don't speak the language and you go, that has American in the word. So, and then you drink it and it tastes like piss. And I think, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I think Americano comes from like occupying soldiers or probably, I don't know that occupying is the right word in this situation. I think it's Allied forces like during World War II or something. Is that not right? Isn't it like Americano basically comes from Allied soldiers during World War II getting like sort of a dog shit drink? The term Americano for this coffee drink refers to its originating during World War II when American soldiers in Italy diluted espresso with hot water to create a drink similar to the drip coffee they were used to back home. The name Cafe Americano literally translates to American coffee. There you go. I'm just saying, Tony, when you're in a coffee shop and you have no idea how to pronounce any of the things on the thing, let alone if they'd be good / you're just like, that says Americano. I can definitely say American with an O on the end of it. That's not above my pay grade. I will say, my Americano experience is that it did not drink like drip coffee, taste like drip coffee. So I guess I got my comeuppance for being an ignorant tourist. But I had barely started drinking coffee, though. So I was like, I don't know what any of these other things are. I barely know that I like coffee. I just started this. I need a merger. That's going the wrong way. Yeah, I need a merger. I did the baker. I'll go there. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Does anybody else just have that stuck in their head constantly, by the way? We have to make AI limiters like it's our day job. And we have to do it in the next 12 minutes. Yikes. Sounds like you don't like coffee, TBH. I really enjoy the ritual of drinking coffee. So I enjoy caffeine and I enjoy making coffee. And in fact, Megan and I worked at a coffee shop. We met at a coffee shop. However, hilariously, we met at a coffee shop that did not make espresso or any espresso-related drinks. You drink a lot of tea, right? No, I do not drink a lot of tea. I drink a little bit of tea. I mostly drink coffee. I drink a coffee every single day. That's the first thing I do every morning. Okay, we're making some copper sheets. Now, these are going downhill, actually, though. These are actually going the wrong way. These are actually going down. Probably down and also up. I don't know. We should make them go up, too. Let's just send them down. Send them down. That's not hooked up. You seem like a tea instead of coffee kind of person. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I'm just kidding. Chat, am I wrong? I'll take it as a compliment, too, because one of the biggest tea people I know is Hank Green, so I'll take it as a compliment. You there. Go there. Go there. Don't need to be straight. This is ugly. I hated coffee as a kid. I now just realized I only ever got access to bad coffee. Here's the other thing. I will say, in one big way that I do agree with you, Tony, I am not a coffee person in that I care at all about the coffee that I drink. I care about the creamer that I put into my coffee, and I care about the fact that I get some coffee. If I get coffee, things are good. If that coffee has creamer in it, things are good. So I'm absolutely not... I didn't know what espresso was, right? Like, I don't know what it tastes like or looks like. I absolutely am not a coffee snob. I definitely do just drink a lot more coffee than tea, though. Oh, boy. My power... Did you just keep losing power? We're zooming. 18%. We're down to 7 minutes on the timer. 7 minutes on the timer. This needs to go down immediately. I don't even know how to get it out of here. That will work. That will absolutely fucking work. 7 minutes, and this has to go all the way through. This is so bad, guys. I think this could be a pinky victory. Okay, so where exactly does our AR limiters go? We need the belt for it. Right here? Okay. Oh boy, what are the odds I can track this back? If I fuck this up, then I fuck up my whole factory by putting something on a belt where it's not supposed to go. Is that gonna work? Please tell me that's gonna work. I think that is correct. I think that's some AI limiters going. What happens if it loses power? If it loses power, I have a very, very hard time getting everything back to running again. We should probably just ramp that up as quick as possible. But instead, I'm going to just quickly tear this down. Okay. Can do this. I'm nervous, but I think it's going to be okay. If it's not going to be okay, it's going to be very close. I don't even think I can, like, hand deliver any power over there or anything. Basically, because of the way, Lumella, basically because of the way that this game works, if our power goes, it will be very hard to get it back online. Because you have to, like, when power restarts, when you restart the factory and send power to it, everything moves very, like, everything kicks off at once, which makes it very hard to power things back up. So that's our quick wire. We don't have enough copper being made. We don't have enough copper sheets being made. Okay. We need to drastically improve this. We have reason today to doubt your definition of okay. That's absolutely 100% correct. That's totally fair. Can't wait for Meg to be like, Ryan, how was stream today? And you'd be, and for me to be like, well, I said my grandma died this morning, but she's doing okay. Not one of my best moments in terms of like word salad. Chuck a power line down. We need to drastically increase this copper if we want to have any hope making this work. Wait, what? Condolences, my friend? Thanks, Oculus. Yeah. She was like 98. She was on hospice. She it had been sort of time for a while, but and I went on Monday and like said goodbye to her and all that jazz, but it's one of those situations where like of course you're sad, but the family is also very like he's been in pain for a long time and you know it's in a rough spot. It is clipped. It is clipped because I demanded that chat laugh with me about the fact that I said what I said. So I'm glad it's clipped. You have my total blessing on that. I don't think we're going to make it, chat. Just have a bad feeling about this. Oh, how much power do we have? Of course, we're adding machines as we do this. We have 1 minute and 49 seconds of time. There's just no way. We're not going to make it. No. nothing I'm making right now is even going to make it that far in that minute and 49 seconds or whatever, you know? Dang it. The worst part is when I expanded our uranium fuel rod, in case uranium cells production, I said I need to go check and see on the bus that it is actually being turned into fuel. I'm sure it was for a little bit, but we just never made enough AI limiters to... Okay, so as this gets copper, which is going to be really kind of limited because we're killing our entire copper factory. Make these. We have 4 summer sloops. Doesn't that take more power though? What's the power like? What's it? How bad is it? 52 seconds. 46 seconds. It's about to break. Is there anything I can do in the last second to help here? I mean, I can like disconnect stuff. Should I disconnect stuff? Well, what can I disconnect that won't help? That won't hurt? Everything's up here. Fuck. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Oh, you're totally good, Lumella. You're totally good. Circuit boost 10%. Wrong button. Oh my god, I'm hitting the wrong button. Shit. Oh, fuse blown. That's not good. We fucked it. It's a pinky victory, by the way. No. That is so rough. Fuck. I think I could probably hand deliver it to maybe make it work. Hand deliver a bunch of power. But a bunch of fuel cells, but I don't know if I turn all of them on at once, maybe that'll work, but I don't know how that works. I don't know. Hell yeah, I tripled my shats. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, that was going to be a big victory. Dang. Okay, I can make more of these, which is good. I don't have very many. All right, chat. Well, we've got basically 30 minutes to try and solve this. Didn't realize the hover pack would still work. That's a great point. I didn't either, actually. Okay. Well, well, well. Oh, you can just shift click. That's actually great. You just get rid of some shit in my inventory. So I think we're just going to try and make encased uranium fuel rods and hand carry them over there, basically, and see what we can do. I don't know if that's a good choice, but... Oh, why am I trashing stuff when I could just chuck it in here? I always forget about this. How many coupons do we have? Oh, I don't have any coupons if I don't have power. Fuck! Why are you holding a frosted starfish? Oh, that's my bacon. It's my bacon flower. It's a flower that grows here that, bacon and coffee. Tastes like bacon. Fun fact, today we got a picture of a newborn galaxy, only 1,300 light years away. The drones still work? Maybe? No power. 4 uranium fuel rods. I'm about to explode from this uranium fuel rod stuff, but we're going to go... see if we can't deliver 4 uranium fuel rods and get this to work. Bye, Dubert. Thanks for being here. So we got the light from a newborn galaxy, 1,300 light years away. That means the light has been traveling since Charlemagne was roaming the Earth. It was newborn. Now it's basically still newborn because the time scale is large, but that's dope. Look over at our little second skyscraper. I really like the idea of having a second skyscraper. I think that's going to be really nice. I don't think this is going to work, but I don't know how to make it work. One problem with my huge vertical bus is that everything is basically on the same electrical power grid. I can't, like, disconnect stuff to make it a little easier. So I don't know what to do on that front. Does this machine work right here? It does. Damn, power out. I think we got relatively close to helping, too. I think we were probably about 10 minutes away from hopefully helping make enough fuel rods to make this worth it. So you have no fuel. Let's go ahead and put 1 fuel in here. You're currently idle. You're not burning it right now, right? Because the fuse is off. Oh, you've got fuel rods, and you've got tons of fuel rods because of the way we built this. Okay, so how do we do this? So I think... oh, no, that's not right. Okay. I'm going to need you guys up and running. And I think we just have to introduce basically parts of the factory at a time. So let's get fuel rods in all of our nuclear power producers. I think that 5 of these is enough to make this work. Okay, so you already have fuel because of that thing. Shit, okay. Bye, Cassie. Thanks for being here. We're going to get off here in a couple minutes, too, honestly. Hey, Ryan, I'm currently watching your Bloodborne playthrough. The amount of times you had to remind chat to not backseat inspired me to write a song you can sing to remind people. It's to the tune of My Country, 'Tis of Thee. Would you like to hear it? Absolutely, I would. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing. That one? Something, something, something. Something, something, something. Okay. How much are we going to produce if we get all these turned back on? Do I have to turn each of these flips individually? No. That's God Save the Queen. What? Isn't that My Country, 'Tis of Thee? Is God Save the Queen the exact same? We're only producing 10,000 because the other machines... but isn't it 2,500 per one of these? Waste is full. Oh boy, that's part of the problem. Oh boy. That's the real problem. The waste is full. Do I have anything radioactive in my inventory? No. Save game. Save. Load game. Here. Load game. Right, Tama, when you see the need to backseat me, please no spoiling. This game we love so much, just let me miss a bunch. Blind playthroughs are more fun. Ah, I'm gonna die. Let Tama ring. That's amazing. Why are you beeping at me like this? Stop it. Narnian, that's fucking amazing. I love that. Pat, I loaded the wrong save. There we go. That's truly amazing. Hi, Bill Honcho, by the way. Can those power plants melt down? I don't think they can melt down, but they can stop working. Narnian, that's amazing. I love that. We should get some really vocal members of chat to sing it, and then I can just play it every time. That is amazing, truly. Production up to 12,500. Okay. I think we're just doing the background levels of radiation right now, not the I'm holding uranium levels of radiation right now. Okay. With that in mind, let's try hooking it back up and seeing what happens. Wait. Wait, what's happening? Am I pinging? That worked. Fuck. Was Alt being pressed? It was not. It must have been bugged on my keyboard. So Alt. Ah! Alt is ping. Interesting. Huh. Very interesting. Thank you for me. So ping. So Alt is what does that. Okay. So we have a major problem. I think the way to solve it, the next way that makes the most sense, is just to use batteries to get us up to around 3,500 or so here's the problem with this game, in case the power in this game, in case you've never seen it before. We can currently produce 12,500 megawatts of power. However, our max consumption is up in the 30,000. Because of the way power in this game works, I have to produce 30,000 for a brief second to get my whole factory back online. Of course, I could actually just bring it online part by part by part. But I think the way we want to do that is actually just to add a bunch of batteries here. Have them all connected to each other, storing an excess of power. And then maybe that will... One of these stores 100 megawatt hours. And we need 30 hours? Wait, what? Wait. We need 30,000? Oh, no. In a way, I'm so happy that you get the full experience. I'm so fucking mad right now. This is so bad. Does that mean I need 300 of these? 30,000 divided by 100 is 300. I don't think they have to be fully charged, but I do think they have to be at least partially charged. And I don't know how they charge. $300 divided by 4 in a row is 75 long. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's megawatt hours, though. So I don't know. Sorry. So it's megawatt hours. So charge rate is 100 megawatts. But I think... Oh, boy. This is going to be a very interesting front seat question. Chat, front seat question. Is the power storage... So is a battery... Does it have the same charge rate as it does discharge rate? Front seat question, yes or no? My guess is the answer is no, and my guess is that that is a huge help to me, but I don't know. Basically, what I'm asking is, if the charge rate is how much it gains... No, they do not have the same. Let's fucking go. So, I wonder if I need 75, or I wonder if I need... Or I wonder if I need 300, or if I actually need a lot less than that. They're all charging, right? They're all charging. Okay. That's good. That's very good. How many can I build? First off, we should probably just build as many as we can build, because any batteries we build now are batteries we don't need to build later, basically. They will still function for us even after this is done later. Problem is, I will eventually run out of stuff in my dimensional depots because our machines aren't running. Missing wire. There you go. There's that. But it is still being added to the dimensional depots. That's interesting. Okay. So then from here, let's just go ahead and hook everything up. I'm gonna put a couple more here for sure. We should all be store charging. Yep. Why does the discharge matter? Because if you can discharge a battery faster than you can charge it, then you could spend 5 seconds storing charge in here and 1 second discharging a greater amount, if that makes sense. So I think megawatt hours. So basically, this battery has a capacity of 100 megawatt hours, which I believe is 100 megawatts for 1 hour. I don't need 100 megawatts for an hour. I need 30,000 megawatts for 20 seconds. So I think the math there is actually way better. I need it to just, if it discharges much greater. I guess let's ask the front seat question. Chat, front seat question. What is the discharge rate of a battery in this game? It's got to be, I don't know that there is one. I think it's basically just like, if there's power in there, it will get drained. That's my guess. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong or right. Meaning all we have to do is saturate this with a little bit of battery, of power, and then turn it all on. Where'd you get your civil engineering degree? Same place I got my creative writing degree, which is probably a mistake. There is no limit, and it should be written somewhere in game. Perfect. There is no limit is perfect for me. Whatever your grid draws. I feel pretty strongly about 69. Have you tried horse? Okay. So I think let's just fucking try it right now. Let's just go for it. Chat, cross your fingers. Why is that fuse blown? Wait. Nope, because that's the whole thing. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, shit. The draw rate is currently underneath the production rate, which is fantastic. The blue line doesn't matter. Ignore the blue line. That's max consumption. I think we're good. Wait, chat. This is actually not hard at all. The game is easy once you have batteries. Power problems are not a problem once you have batteries. We're consuming less than we're producing now because they're all on board. Of course, that won't happen forever because we're going to need to drop off some fuel rods at these things, but you had batteries before, though? I know, but I never used them in this exact way. So these should be actually still storing, just very slowly. Time until full, 2 hours. We're chilling. Now we have to hope and pray that we make enough fucking nuclear fuel rods, uranium fuel rods. Is that what's being delivered right here? Yep. How many we're gonna get? Stop trying to make fetch happen. This is so fetch. Please. What do you mean? Why do you have no fuel rods? What do you mean? Oh boy. Did we actually solve this problem or did I just kick it down the road a little bit? I think we're probably good. But I should go make sure that we are producing enough. This point in the game is almost completely different from where I am. Yeah. I recently just did the first tier. I feel like the thesis of this game is kick it down the road a little bit. Honestly, I think it's kind of the nature of games like this. Like, the problem is sort of a problem of like, you can really only solve one problem at a time, and so you a problem of priorities, right? Really? Basically? A problem of priorities. Are we still building the big factory? Don't worry, we're still building the big factory. We are building a little miniature factory next to the big factory, but we're mostly building the big factory. We're only building a small miniature factory so that we can build the big factory bigger. Fix one problem, see what breaks next. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Exactly. Okay, so these things should be working again. That's good. Our one nuclear machine that didn't have a waste output, that also should give us a little bit of help. All right. I'm going to go check on our uranium fuel rods, and then I got to call it a stream. I have a random question about how this game functions in a literal sense. Go for it. I don't know that I'll know the answer. Chat, I'm so excited. I leave for a bachelorette trip tomorrow morning. I've never been where we're going. That's awesome. Where are you going? Hope the large lads aren't too sad about you fucking up their home. I think we're coexisting for now until I need more space, and then we will not be coexisting. But these are currently constructing, which is about all you can ask, really. Currently constructing 0.4 a minute. Lake of the Ozarks. Yo, I actually know somebody who's going to Lake of the Ozarks this week. That's crazy. Maybe you'll see them there. It's only like the biggest place ever. Okay, now we need more machines making it. Okay. So we can't end stream yet because I've actually not solved the problem. Like the entire world constantly in an active state because everything needs to exist to function and correct. Or function and connect. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know from a... That's an interesting question. Does anybody know? Like, is the entire map always, like, modeled? Or, like, whatever the correct game design word for that is? Computer word for that is? I know in Factorio... I think the answer in Factorio is that every item is constantly... Every item is tracked at all times, yeah. So... Melissa says no, it's just numbers. It's just binary, bro. So you start to get lag on Factorio. Eventually when you have too many items and probably too many belts, because belts have to like when an item is inside, so like I know in Factorio, F-word game, if an item is sitting on a belt, that causes a lot of lag issues when you get enough items on belts, because those are moving. The game is constantly recalculating like where it is in space, etc. If an item is inside of a machine, it causes a lot less lag because it doesn't have to be like modeled and calculated where it's moving and all that shit. But I don't know if they have the same problem or whatever in this game. Or what their consideration is. Like, I get lag from blueprinted stuff. Oh, that goes wrong. Which is interesting to me. Thanks for the follow, Hippita. We're having an excellent day. Factorio has active threats to your stuff, so they have to track more. This can just be numbers. Belt tracking is probably a thing, though. Wildlife not interacting with the factory here has to simplify things a little bit. You're idle because you picked up 0 items? That seems not right. Are you connected? Yes? Okay. Now we need more stators, more AI limiters. As is the surprise to literally nobody. We're now limited by... It looks like we might now be limited by computers. No, this is supercomputer. Shit. Yeah, still limited by electromagnetic rods, it looks like. Yeah, I hope we're making these fast enough to keep our whole factory running. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem next time, too. That's charging, though, so that's good. Time until full. It's the right direction. We need to be overproducing because we need to like belt store it so that we can make sure every single machine at our nuclear plant is working. It is kind of amazing when you think about the Factorio like lag problems that they have in that game. And then you look at this game and you're like, "Oh my god, I can see my nuclear plant all the way over there." I'm sure that's just rendering like the large buildings, but like you can see everything. What a game, man. I love this game. The Factorio dev blog has some fascinating posts about optimization. Highly recommend it for anyone with curiosity and a tech background to parse it. I don't have a tech background. Tactical Fluke, small little Factorio piece of knowledge for you. I was there on one of the first multiplayer Factorio tests. I was one of the players to see if you could break the game by adding like 200 people into Factorio multiplayer. And we did absolutely break the game. I was watching a YouTuber at the time. This was like 2016, 2017. And they were adding multiplayer and determining how it would break the game and testing it. And so some of the devs were like working with this player, and they were like, well, we're going to just start a thing on this day and see what happens. So log on to Factorio and join my thing if you want. And I did, and it was very funny. Okay, we still need to make more of those. Did you break the game? We did. We did. And then they optimized multiplayer a lot more after that. And I think Ultima optimized the game a lot more after that too. But I didn't know much about any of that stuff because I don't really understand it. But y'all are waiting on staters. So everything we did today to help overhaul hopefully helped, but also may not have actually moved the needle crazy much on this. Bye, Lumella. Emotional and conversational whiplash. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. I'm so sorry. You're so welcome. Thanks for all of you guys for hanging out and sitting through the emotional and conversational whiplash. We really did do it all today, didn't we? Breast milk, piss, death, espresso. No power? Oh my god, I never hooked this stuff up. Holy shit. Ending on a high note, tomorrow I sign a contract for a new workplace. Yo, congratulations, Oculus. That's huge. That's exciting. Are you doing the same type of work, or what's going on? Where concrete comes in. I guess we'll just keep building for a second. Awesome, dude. Congrats on completing the Have Ironman. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Something kind of similar, but also completely new. Ooh. I hope it's exciting work. I hope it's a good fit. Good luck. When do you start? So you sign the contract tomorrow. When do you start? Why do I just keep building? I should just stop. Just log off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start next Monday. Holy shit. That's awesome. Best of luck. Okay, we'll just leave it right where it is. We're just going to sit right here and pause. Holy crap. All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you when I see you, frankly. I don't know when. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord, but I really don't know. I just checked my phone to see if I had any news for what the schedule would look like this weekend, and I don't. So I'll let you know. Hypothetically, we would do stream on Saturday. But I'm not sure. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys very soon. Loved the freak energy today, boss. I got you. I'll bring the freak energy. Bye. See ya.